Hi guys, it's Ellen and today I'm sharing a junk journal video with you. So I'm journaling about a trip to the park I took with two of my friends and one of their little boys. So yeah, just a local park near me, but I took lots of photos of my friend's little boy having lots of fun and playing on some of the equipment that they had there. So I've got some really cute photos and wanted to document them in my junk journal. So I have two large collages of photos and I saw that the size of them fit perfectly, sort of almost together. So I thought I would just stick those back to back and add that as a tip-in to my page. I like to add tip-ins and things because I normally have too many photos to fit just on a double page spread, so that's why I do it that way. I also wanted to add some interest to my background, so I've taken a paper pad from the works, I think, and there was this nice sort of I don't know what colour, it's like a blue-grey colour paper, and I've decided to add that over the image on the right hand page. Yeah, just the background image is quite busy, and with all the photos I didn't want it to sort of distract the eye too much. I wanted the focus to be mainly on the actual photos that I've taken. To add some interest on the left hand side, I went in with my acrylic turquoise paint, and I thought that this would cover more of the image than it actually does on that side, but it doesn't work out too badly in the end. So yeah, I just paint messily over that and just overlapping onto the right hand page as well. That extra strip I had of the paper that I used on the right hand side, I stuck on the left hand side as well. Again, just adding more interest, but also like showing that the two pages go together, because sometimes in my journal I only use one page, which is very rare, but yeah, I just wanted it to be obvious when you flick it open that the two pages go together. I'm using a turquoise coloured washi to tip in those photo collages that I made before, and then mirroring the washi tape on the left hand side as well, again for the same reason. And then what I do when I'm working in my junk journal, I normally deliberately print off my photos so that they're all different sizes. It just adds more interest. And so what I do is I stick the biggest pieces in first so that I know I'm going to have room to stick the smaller pieces behind it. So I've taken that big photo and backed it onto just some really pretty wood grain scrapbook paper that I had. And yeah, I'm just sticking that to the page with double-sided tape. Although I've got mixed media on my background, it is just a thin layer of acrylic paint, so it shouldn't matter. It should still stick nicely with double-sided tape. So I've got some more washi. I have a whole bag of washi, and I keep buying more without using it up, so I'm trying to use lots of it in my junk journals, so you probably see that coming up. I then have these three photos, which is really funny. One of my best friends decided that she also wanted to play in the park equipment, so I took some photos of her being a child and they make me laugh, so I thought I'd cluster those three together, and I backed them onto just a plain, well, quite a plain scrapbook paper. And also clustering the photos like this makes it easier. If I have a lot of little photos, it can be a bit awkward to fit them all in, so I try and add them in clusters where I can. So yeah, I'm just figuring out now how I want to back the rest of my photos. I tried to use sort of one colour palette, or at least the same kind of tones of colours. So here obviously is the turquoise blue, so I tried to use that in my backing papers again, so it doesn't distract the eye too much from the photos, because that's what this is supposed to be about. It's about the photos, and I want them to look pretty, but I don't want it to be distracting. So I wrote my journaling straight onto the page under where the tip-in folds out. I don't do this very often, and I don't know why, because I really like the way it looks. I like to have my journaling a bit more hidden, just because my family will sometimes look through my journaling and my junk journals, and sometimes I don't want everything I've written to be read by everybody. It's for me, really. So yeah, sometimes I like it to be not so obvious, but in this case it's just a trip to the park, so it doesn't matter if everybody wants to read it. I have lots of I have like a whole box of things that I want to use up, so they're normally scrapbook collections where I just have like half a sticker sheet left or things like that, and I don't want to throw them away, but I want to use them up. So a great way to do that is in your junk journal. I'm using lots of pieces from 2 of the Simple Stories collection, the I Am collection and Spring Farmhouse as well. These were quite outdoorsy themed, so I thought they would work well on the page, and I finished off with those black enamel dots, and yeah, that's my page all finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very much for being here. Bye!